What's that sound? It's For Amusement Only, the EM and Bingo Pinball Podcast.
Welcome back to For Amusement Only. This is Nick Baldridge. The year is 1955. Bingos have been on the scene for about 4 years now. And Bally is starting to look for additional tricks that can lure players in, and more importantly, lure the money out of their wallets. In 1955, Bally produced 2 games, Gayety and Gay Time, both of which had a unique unit called the Magic Pockets unit. Magic Pockets was a feature that allowed you to reposition the balls in the top row of the bingo playfield by pushing buttons on the footrail, either to the left or to the right. Now, if you pushed the button to the left and you had a ball in position 1 on the bingo playfield, it would roll down the playfield. Same with position 7. Although in that case, it may actually return to you because there is a ball return directly to the right of position 7. The way this feature works, there are 2 different coils, each of which move the ball either to the left or to the right. The kickers that they used were shaped like claws. They're very unique and interesting in that they perfectly cradle the ball while it's sitting in the mechanism, and when it kicks out, it ensures that the ball does not roll down the playfield. Although possibly, and this is just speculation as I've never played one, a well-timed nudge as you push the button might free the ball and allow it to roll down. So what's interesting about this is that there are certain numbers on the top of the bingo card which are more useful to have than others. And it really depends on the feature that you're going for. Now, both Gayety and Gay Time both had the Magic Lines feature as well, which allowed you to reposition numbers on the backglass. So with the ability to reposition numbers on the backglass and reposition the numbers in the top row of holes on the bingo playfield, you had the ability to create some really good winning combinations. Now, the Bally manuals and schematics, for the most part, are fantastic. But when it comes to the Magic Pockets feature, actually, there exists no information. There are only the documentation that Phil Hooper has on bingo.cdyn.com, which details the different solenoids and the typical measurements for each. Also of note is that to the right of hole number 7, as I mentioned, there is a ball arch made out of metal, which, when a ball lands in it, it rides a subway back to the ball trough. At the end of the game, balls positioned in that top row would be kicked over until they hit the subway. The game knows what balls you have in which holes based on the switches in each of the trap holes. The same mechanism by which it knows if you have a winner or not, which, as of this moment, I realize that I haven't talked about before. These Magic Pockets games are really cool to see in operation. There are some YouTube videos which show them in action, and it's a fascinating mechanism. Bally was really experimenting with some cool stuff at this time. These machines being from the 50s, used wood rails, and I've been thinking about owning one of these games for a while now, just because they are so fascinating. And I think what tipped me over the edge is talking with Vic Camp about his machine and Jim Willing from the Spooky Pinball Podcast, hearing his take on the mechanisms. As usual, I've got about 40 different games I would like, but no space for any of them. So, well, that's all for today. Thank you again for joining me. My name again is Nick Baldridge. You can reach me at foramusementonlypodcast@gmail.com, and you can listen to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Pocket Casts, via RSS, on Facebook at For Amusement Only Podcast, on Twitter at Bingo Podcast. You can find me on Instagram at nbaldridge, and you can listen to us on our website, foramusementonly.libsyn.com. Also note, episode 100 is coming up, so keep an eye on our website. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll talk to you next time.